And if I go down to assembly, what I need to do is I need to rig the character. So up here we create full rig. And then what's going to happen is that Unreal is going to do some auto rigging magic. You can see down the bottom that it is thinking and doing things. And there we go. Hey presto. We'll just save and save. But this is the guy. We are rigged. We can go into the face animation and we can go to face ROM. Hit play. Here he is. Straight out of the box. Look how great that is. Boop, boop, boop. Very, very cool. Also, we can hit the body ROM, range of motion, just to see how the body's doing. Here we go, all rigged up, hands work. Now obviously there's some skinning, deformation issues around the traps, but they're pretty big traps. But I think for, you know, just out of the box solution, automatic rigging, it's done a really decent job. Plus this animation is pretty generic. It's not exactly, you know, we're not animating to preserve our skinning at all. Woo. But there's more work we can do. We can do more work on the skinning and things like that, which will which I will cover in a later video. But for now, that's our guy. From here, download textures, download our I will download our 4K textures since we want this to look a little nicer. 8K is a little extreme. Here we go, and if we go to assembly and we go to UE Cine Complete, being Unreal Cinematic Complete, root directory is in our content folder here, which will be our MetaHumans, and it's going to be called Gorilla. I'm going to call him MetaGorilla. MetaGorilla! And hit assemble. And this will take a few minutes. Okay, so that has created our MetaHuman. I'm going to close this down. We don't need this anymore, but if we wanted to, it's still here in our gorilla. That's this guy here, and we can go back in there and do some non-destructive changes. We can delete the rig, change the model, add the teeth, do some groom updates if we want to. But right now we're going to go into our MetaGorilla. folder where we actually have our MetaHuman, our MetaGorilla blueprint, and that's what this looks like here. And there he is. Again, I'm going to change my camera speed down just so it doesn't whip around. But this is the guy in all his glory. That's our MetaHuman blueprint. He lives. And in the sequencer here, if I go back to content, create a new folder, and I call this sequence MetaG. In here I'm going to create a new level sequence called SQ Meta G Master. If I double click on that, it opens in sequencer. Here I have a blank sequence, but I can go back here and I can click on my MetaGorilla, drag and drop him into sequencer, and here he is. Focus up. There's our guy. Rigged. We've got our control skeleton here. Control skeleton is working, doing all the things. Looks... Oops, excuse me. Looks like we are in business. So I need to turn all the snapping off. Thank you, Unreal, for that thing that animators do not like. So the skinning's interesting. We do a little bit of work around the traps. And Unreal does have a vertex skinning tool, but it's a little bit painful. So what I'll do in a future video is I'll export this guy using the MetaHuman to Maya exporter, do some skinning in there, bring it back in, and show you how to transfer the weights, which is super simple, works brilliantly. There we go, we've got our IK. We even have our face rig working correctly. Eyes are working. Jaw is working. Everything's looking cool. Alright. In fact, why don't I rotate him around so that he's a little bit more in the light. There we go. Face up. Looks good. And if I just go to my sequence and delete that, then I can just drag and drop our guy into the scene, center him up, and there he is. Looking gorgeous. So, just to recap, we have taken our base MetaHuman mesh, wrapped it to a gorilla mesh, and then built a MetaGorilla with the MetaHumanCreator that we can use for our animation projects. Cool. Hey, like and subscribe for more, and I will add some bonus content for skinning weights, animating, and adjusting our MetaGorilla from this point on. Hope you learned something, hope you had fun, and I'll catch you later. Bye.